Welcome back to the next session of sets, relations, and functions. We are in the process of doing various types of problems on functions. Let's see the next question, sir. If f is a function from R to R, means input is a real number, output is also a real number, comma, f of x is equal to 2x plus 7, f of x is equal to 2x plus 7, then f inverse is equal to question mark. F inverse is equal to question mark. Now look at this. Very simple, sir. Take f inverse x is equal to y. Take f inverse x is equal to y. Interchange the variables. Then it will become f of x is equal to x. Sorry, f of y is equal to x. Again I am repeating this point. F inverse x is equal to y. Interchange the variables, f of y is equal to x. Now in the given function, replace x with y. 2y plus 7 is equal to x. 2y plus 7. How it is obtained, sir? In the given function, variable x is replaced with y. Take 7 other side. 2y is equal to x minus 7. Y is equal to x minus 7 by 2. Y is equal to x minus 7 by 2. But what is y, sir? F inverse x. Therefore, f inverse x is equal to x minus 7 by 2. Let's see the next question. F of x is equal to 2 minus x divided by 2 plus x. Sorry, 2 plus x divided by 2 minus x. Then f inverse x is equal to question mark. F inverse x is equal to question mark. Now process is same, no change at all. F inverse x is equal to y. Interchange the variables here, inverse is eliminated. This is f of y is equal to x. After writing this step, replace x with y in the given function. F of y is equal to 2 plus y divided by 2 minus y. 2 plus y divided by 2 minus y is equal to x. 2 plus y divided by 2 minus y is x. 2 plus y is x into 2 minus y. 2x minus xy is equal to 2 plus y. Take 2 to the other side, xy to this side. Xy plus y is equal to 2x minus 2. Y into x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 2. Y is equal to 2x minus 2 by x plus 1. Y is what, sir? F inverse x. Therefore, f inverse x is equal to 2x minus 2 divided by x plus 1. If I take 2 as common, it is x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. Okay. Next question. f of x is equal to 10x minus 7. Then f inverse x is equal to question mark. F of x is equal to 10x minus 7. F inverse x is equal to question mark. Process is same, sir. As long as you have to calculate inverse. First one is take f of f inverse x is equal to y. Interchange the variables. Then it is x. F of y is equal to x. After writing this step, what is required? In the given function, you replace x with y. 10y minus 7 is equal to x. After this, isolate y. Isolate y means leaving y term on the left hand side, take all other terms to the right hand side. Y is equal to x plus 7 by 10. This way, this is called isolation of y. You have to keep y only on the one side. It means I want y only. Now y is nothing but f inverse x. F inverse x is equal to beta x plus 7 divided by 10. F inverse x is equal to x plus 7 by 10. Next question. F of x is equal to 100x. Then f inverse x is question mark. F of x is equal to 100x. F inverse x is question mark. Now look at this. F inverse x is y. F of y is equal to x. After writing this step, what is required? In the given function, x is replaced with y. So f of y is equal to 100y. 100y is equal to x. Y is equal to x divided by 100. Therefore, f inverse x is equal to x divided by 100. Next question. F of x is equal to log x to the base 10. F of x is equal to log x to the base 10. Then f inverse x is question mark. Then f inverse x is question mark. Now sir, f inverse x is equal to y. So f of y is equal to x. F of y is equal to log y to the base 10. You have to replace the variable x with y. Now, log y to the base 10 is equal to x. One side it is log, another side without log. So remove this log or eliminate this log from the picture. When I eliminate log from the picture, this base will become base to this number. Y is equal to 10 power x. Therefore, f inverse x is equal to 10x. Next question. F of x is equal to 2x. Then f inverse x is question mark. F inverse x is equal to y. F of y is equal to x. 2y is equal to x. Y is equal to x by 2. So f inverse x is equal to x by 2. Next question. F of x is equal to 1 by 1 minus x. Then f inverse x is question mark. F of x is equal to 1 by 1 minus x. F inverse x is question mark. F inverse x is 1 by 1 minus x. Sorry. F inverse x is y. F of y is equal to x. After this, x is replaced with y in the given function. 1 by 1 minus y. 1 by 1 minus y is x. 1 by x is equal to 1 minus y. Take x to the left hand side, it will go to the denominator. Take 1 minus y to the right hand side, it will go to the numerator. Y is equal to 1 minus 1 by x. Bring this minus y to the left hand side, take 1 by x to the right hand side. Now y is equal to f inverse x. Okay. Now f of x is equal to log 1 plus x to the base 10. Domain is equal to, domain is 0 less than or equal to x, x less than or equal to 9. Range is question mark. Range is question mark. Now sir, in the simple terminology, what does it mean actually? When you are giving 0 to 9 as input to the variable x, when you are giving 0 to 9 as input to the variable x, what will be the corresponding output? This is the meaning of this question. So when x is equal to 0, f of 0, log 1 plus 0 to the base 10, log 1 to the base 10, log 1 of any base is 0, log 1 of any base is 0, f of 1 is equal to log 1 plus 1 2 to the base 10, 0.3010, f of 2 is equal to log 3 to the base 10, 0.4771. This way if I proceed, f of 9 is equal to log 10 to the base 10. So when your input is varying from 0 to 9, your output will vary from 0 to 1. Therefore range is equal to 0 to 1. Both are included. Range is equal to 0 to 1. Next question. If f is a function from a to b, a to r, is a real valued function. Is a real valued function defined by f of x is equal to 1 by x. Then a is equal to question mark. Now look at the mathematical way of expressing the question. F is a function from a to r. Now you have to calculate what values I can supply for x. Function is given as 1 by x. Okay, sir. So input you have to calculate. F of x is equal to 1 by x. The function is defined. The function is defined for all values of x. All values of x except x equal to 0. Except x equal to 0. When x equal to 0, when x is equal to 0, it will become 1 by 0 infinity, not defined. Therefore, what values I can give as input to the variable x? Again I am repeating this point. What values I can give as input to the variable x? You can give any values as input to the variable x except 0. So a is equal to r minus 0. This singleton set is subtracted from real values. This singleton set is subtracted. Let us see, to understand this concept, one more example I am considering. F of x is equal to 1 by 2x minus 3. Suppose if the question is given as f of x is equal to 1 by 2x minus 3. So what is the condition? 2x minus 3 is not equal to 0. 2x minus 3 is not equal to 0. When it is equal to 0, the function will become infinity. It means 2x is not equal to 3. X is not equal to 3 by 2. Therefore, a is equal to r minus 3 by 2. Now sir, sometimes the given question is this way: 1 by x square minus 3x plus 2. For me, variable, that function is in the denominator, x square function, quadratic function, it is in the denominator. It should not be equal to 0. To define the function means the denominator should not be equal to 0, comma, x square minus 3x plus 2 not equal to 0. 2 ones are 2. X square minus 2x minus 2, x square minus 2x minus x plus 2 is not equal to 0. X minus is not equal to 0. X minus 2 not equal to 0. X is not equal to 2. X minus 1 not equal to 0. X is not equal to 1. So what values I can give as input to the variable x? We can give any value except 1 comma 2. Therefore, a is equal to r minus 1 comma 2. Except these two values, for all other values of x, the function is defined. I hope with these two additional examples it is clear to you how to calculate the input to the given question. Okay. Now, for the function f of x is equal to 10 to the power x plus 1, the domain of real values of x where 0 less than or equal to x, x less than or equal to 9. The range is option A, 10 is less than or equal to f of x. This is less than or equal to 10 to the power of 10. 0 less than or equal to f of x. This is less than or equal to 10 power 10. 0 less than f of x. This is less than 10. Option D, none of these. Okay. Now f of x is given as 10 to the power of x plus 1. Now, whenever you are solving the problems of function, you think in this manner: what values should I take as input? Then what will be the corresponding output I'll get? It is given in the question. You have to take the values from 0 to 9. So when I replace x with 0, 10 power 0 plus 1, this is 10 power 110. F of 1, 10 power 1 plus 1, this is 10 square. Etc. F of 9, 10 to the power of 9 plus 1, 10 to the power of 10. So range is equal to 10 to 10 power 1 to 10 power 10. This way it is going on. So this can also be written as 10 less than or equal to f of x. This way. So option A is the answer to the given question. Option A is the answer to the given question. Next question. F is a function from n to n and f of x is equal to -1 whole to the power x minus 1. Then the range is now, sir, you have to substitute natural numbers as input. But let us see what I will get for this. When n is equal, x is equal to 1, -1 whole to the power 1 minus 1, -1 whole to the power of 0, anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. F of 2, -1 whole power 2 minus 1, this is -1. F of 3, -1 whole power 3 minus 1, this is plus 1. F of 4, -1 whole power 4 minus 1, minus 1. This way it is going on. Look at this, sir. when your input is an odd number, when your input is an odd number, your output is equal to plus 1. When your input is an even number, your output is an odd number. Therefore, range is equal to minus 1 to plus 1. Range is equal to minus 1 to plus 1. It is going from minus 1 to plus 1. Next. Next question. The range of 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0 is when a problem is given in this manner. When a problem is given in this manner, first of all, you must know what is input and what is output. It is given as ordered pair 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0. It means 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0. When this way it is given, first number is input, second number is output. Or first coordinate of each ordered pair is input, then second coordinate of each ordered pair is output. So, input is equal to, this is a domain 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Range is equal to output, this is 0. This is 0. For each substitution, that is for each input, the corresponding output is 0. Next. Cartesian product. Cartesian product. Now, Cartesian product, how can we define? Let us see, A is a set having elements 1, 2, 3. B is a set having elements A, B, C. A is a set having elements 1, 2, 3. B is a set having elements A, B, C. Cartesian product, how can it is written? A cross B. A cross B. This is Cartesian product of these two sets. It is also a set, but it contains ordered pairs. Ordered pair means two elements which are written with a definite order. What does it mean actually? First order pair. The first element is always from the first set. Second element is always from the second set. First element is always from the first set. Second element is always from the second set. This is Cartesian product of two sets A and B. Similarly, you can define B cross A also. when you are defining B cross A, on which area you have to concentrate? The first element of each ordered pair is from set B, and the second element of each ordered pair is from set A. So it is equal to A comma 1, A comma 2, A comma 3, B comma 1, B comma 2, B comma 3, C comma 1, C comma 2, C comma 3. You can also write Cartesian product on single set also, A cross A. 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3. So let us see a few problems based on this from ICA material. Now let us see 48 question number, additional question bank. P is a set having three elements 1 comma 2 comma x. Q is a set having elements a comma x comma y. R is a set having elements x comma y comma z. Then P cross Q is equal to question mark. P cross Q is equal to question mark. Now sir, first you write set P 1 to x Q a comma x comma y. P cross Q. P cross Q is a set. First of all, remember this. P cross Q is a set. A set is having elements. Here, instead of elements, it is ordered pairs. Ordered pairs. For each ordered pair, first element is from set A. Each ordered pair is from set A, and the first element of each ordered pair is from set A, and the second element for each ordered pair is from second set. 1 comma x, 1 comma y, 2 comma a, 2 comma x, 2 comma y, x comma a, x comma x, x comma y. Now look at this, sir. Set P is having three elements. Set Q is having three elements. How many ordered pairs you will get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many elements the set P cross Q is having? How many elements the set P cross Q is having? 9 elements. Means elements in set P and elements in set Q we are multiplying. This is 48. Look at the question number 49. It is P cross R. It is a set. First element is from set P. Second element is from X from set R. 1 comma Y, 1 comma Z. 2 comma X, 2 comma Y, 2 comma Z. X comma X, X comma Y, x comma z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then question number 50. Q cross R. Q cross R. First element is from set Q, second element is from set R. A comma X, A comma Y, A comma Z. X comma X, X comma Y, X comma Z. Y comma X, Y comma Y, Y comma Z. Next question number 51. P cross Q, P cross Q intersection P cross R. Now sir, let us compare ordered pairs which are common. 1 comma X, 1 comma X. Next 1 comma Y, 1 comma Y. 2 comma X, 2 comma X. 2 comma Y, 2 comma Y. X comma X, X comma Y. So these are the ordered pairs which are common for these two Cartesian products. Okay, sir. Question number 54. If P has three elements, if P has three elements, Q 4 and R has R has 2. How many elements does the Cartesian product set P cross Q cross R will have? P cross Q cross R will have? No, sir. P is a set having three elements. Let us take ABC. Q is having four elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. R is having two elements, X comma Y. Very simple, sir. So P cross Q, if I write, corresponding to each element of P, there are four elements I have in Q. So how many Cartesian products I'll get? 3 into 4, 12. With this again, if I write Cartesian product, 12 into 2, 24. So number of elements is equal to 3 into 4 into 2, 24. if A is equal to 2 comma 3, B is equal to 4 comma 5, C is equal to 5 comma 6. A cross B union C is A cross B union C. So first you write B union C, sir. B union C means elements of B or elements of C or both. So 4 comma 5 comma 6, 3 elements it is having. A cross B union C. For this cross product, it is a set. First, take the first element of set A, 2. First element of B union C. Second element of B union C. Third element of B union C. Next, take the second element 3 comma 4, 3 comma 5, 3 comma 6. So this is A cross B union C. A cross B union C. Okay. Next. For any two sets A and B, A intersection A complement union B is equal to, very simple question, sir. A intersection A complement union B. Take intersection, this is A intersection A complement union A union B. A intersection A complement is empty set. Union A intersection B. So this is equal to A intersection B. It is taken distributive. Next question. For any two sets A and B, for any two sets A and B, the set A union B complement whole complement is equal to, once again very simple question, sir. A union B complement whole complement. This is A union B complement whole complement. So this is A complement, union will become intersection, and it is B complement whole complement, A complement intersection B. This can also be written as B minus. This is the answer to this question. Next, the number of proper subset of the set. Three comma 4, 5 comma 6 comma 7 is now sir solution. The number of proper subsets of a set having n elements is equal to 2 power n minus 1. So this is how many elements this set is having? 5 elements. So this is 2 power 5 minus 1, 32 minus 1, 30. Okay sir. That's all in this video, remaining in the next session. Thank you.